Aren't you supposed to wear New Balances when you buy a brand new Corvette?
Yeah, Chuck's on.
Instructions unclear. Or Chuck Taylor's instead of New Balances. But it is a beautiful day to go buy a brand new Corvette Z06. Let's go. I was gonna go like black or red, but then I was gonna think red.
It's going like 2 miles an hour.
The color is insane. Love it.
Aggie, come over here. I got in the side. It's fine.
It's wild.
It's fine. Can I get the yellow calipers?
Yeah.
He got the yellow fish and yellow calipers. That's nice. You got different formats. Yep. Alright. And then these are the smaller winglets right here. Driving data.
I see the light. I think I got the light.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
those
right
two
there.
right.
Well, bought a new car yesterday. It's a Corvette, but there's two things that are funny about this Corvette. One of which, the engine is behind me. Second of which, it sounds like a Ferrari. It's crazy. You guys already know what it is. This is my 2024 C8 Z06. I'm going to tell you all about it. It's a beautiful day. I'm going for a drive. I'm going to go to a spot. I'll show you guys around the car. Woo! Those downshifts are something else. Well guys, here it is, my brand new 2024 C8 Z06. I've been waiting for this car for a long time, and I'm so excited that it's finally here. I get to drive it, I get to enjoy it, and I get to show it to you guys. So come on in, let's check it out. Shoo! Hold on. Why do I always do these by the runway? You know, you got these cool abandoned buildings and that's nice, but plane noise. Anyways, here it is, and right off the bat, I mean, the color, guys. This is a brand new color for 2024. This is Riptide Blue Metallic, and just as the name implies, it is blue, and it is metallic-y, and I could not be happier with my color choice. I was at the Bowling Green factory doing the C8 Corvette production plant tour. If you guys are ever in the Bowling Green area, it's about an hour and a half north of Nashville. Cannot recommend doing the Corvette plant tour enough. Super informative, especially if you're into Corvettes and or production facilities like I am. Check it out. But anyways, I was doing the plant tour about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, and the guy showed at the brand new paint booth that they have at that facility, he showed me the new colors for 2024, which is Riptide Blue Metallic, which is this one. There's Seawolf Gray, which is like a, you know, Nardo Gray equivalent, basically a primer gray. And then there's Cacti, which is like a greenish, I don't know, like seafoam green. I don't know. My opinion, this is the clear winner. Sickest color I think I've ever seen on any car. Maybe I'm biased because I just dropped an astronomical amount of money on this thing, but it is just like look what it's doing right there. The camera's not even picking it up. It's so bright, but then on other panels, it's like it's got a ton of flop. Like you guys got to see it in person. I mean, the camera's not doing a bad job, but I just love it, which is good because it's mine. But yeah, exterior color is Riptide Blue. Let's just go through some of the options that I went with. These are the black forged wheels, so 20s in the front, 21s in the rear. Big option for me was the carbon ceramic brakes. I don't necessarily plan to track the vehicle, and now we got a seaplane. See ya. But yeah, I don't really plan to track the vehicle, but you know, you're buying a car of this caliber. Carbon ceramic brakes, you gotta have them. They should be good for a long time. And if I ever went to sell this thing, resale value. A lot of guys are looking for the carbon ceramic brakes on a track-oriented vehicle. You get the massive 6-piston Brembo calipers. I believe these rotors are 390 millimeters up front, 360-ish or something like that in the rear, 4 pistons. I did the carbon flash painted exterior accents, so that includes that. The mirrors was an option. My side skirts there. And then also the deck lid spoiler. And while we're talking about the spoiler, let's just circle back for a second as far as waiting. Almost to the day, I think it was November of 2020, I put a deposit for a C8 Z06. I emailed McMulkin Chevrolet, by the way, it's the #1 Corvette dealership in the country now. And I said, are you guys taking deposits for the Z06? Now, mind you, in fall of 2020, there was no Z06. There was no camo cars running around. There was no leaked images. There was nothing. It was just, hey, take my money because I want to be on the list. And the reason I did that is because I saw what the C8 market was doing. Guys were getting 50 grand over sticker for a base model C8. I figured if I get in on the list early enough, I can get one of the first C8 Z06s, and I can, you know, either be in it for MSRP or I can flip it for God knows how much if the base models were going for 50 grand over sticker. 3 years later, I finally get it. The market has cooled significantly, but that's fine because I love the car so far. But how this all circles back to the spoiler here is the Z07 package. You guys who've been looking and are familiar with the C8 Z06, the Z07 package has the big wing on the back. It's got some aero up front and some aero, like some side skirts on the side, as well as some suspension tweaks. I waited for that package for a while, and it was finally looking like, you know, McMulkin was like, we have no idea when we're going to get them, and there's 100 and something people ahead of you that are also holding out for the Z07 package. So I said, screw it, I can add that aero later. I want my car now. So I basically got every option except for the Z07 package. So back to the spoiler. So this is the standard Z06 spoiler, and these are the larger of the winglets that are able to be installed on the factory spoiler. The smaller ones are in the trunk there. And like I said, I was gonna add the Z07 Aero after, and I'm just digging the standard spoiler with the big winglets now. It looks really, really good on the car, especially from this angle. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like that Z07 wing, or would you stick with the standard wing with the larger winglets? But yeah, that's a really generic overview of the exterior of this car. And like I said, I'm super happy with this, you know, with this spec that I chose, and the color is 95% of that. I just love it. But one of the major pros of the C8 that a lot of people are taking advantage of is the customizability of these packages, especially on the interior. Different colors, different materials, different stitching, different packages, everything from red seats, blue seats, suede stitching, you know, black accents here, carbon accents there. You go to the factory, there's seats stacked up to the ceiling, just of all different colors and designs and everything. But so that's awesome. You can personalize these any way you want. I went with something that not only I thought looked awesome, but also is not too over the top and not too aggressive. So this is a 3LZ, and the Z06s are always 1LZ is the base one, 2LZ, and then 3LZ. The base models are usually 1LT, 2LT, and so on. And then if the ZR1 ever comes out, those are always 1ZR, 2ZR, 3ZR, etc. So anyways, this is a 3LZ, which the main difference over a 2LZ, which includes all the options, is the stitched dash and, you know, other leather stitched surfaces. We've got the custom, hopefully you guys can see that, the custom stitching on the roof there, the target top. I also went, another big option for me is these are the comp seats, which are like the GT2 seats, but look at all this bolster. This is like a race seat in a production car. Obviously has the same yellow stitching. Went with yellow belts here. So all my yellow stitching belts, you know, calipers, I think just really, really looks spectacular on the blue. Just love it. When you get the carbon fiber wheel, they put the yellow stripe on there for you. Again, yellow stitching. Got Z06 on the bottom there. All suede in the center. I went for the microfiber suede inserts on the seats. Yellow stitching on the floor mats. Yeah, and I also went with the stealth interior package or trim package, which is all the Bose speakers are blacked out here. So that's the exterior, most of the interior. Let's talk about the motor. Hit under the Corvette E here, pops the trunk. Boom. There is the LT6. That is a 5.5 liter flat plane crank, dual overhead cam, 8-cylinder beauty. As the Z06 and ZR1 motors usually are done, this motor was hand assembled by one person at the High Performance Build Center at the Bowling Green, Kentucky facility. The engine room is a room that not even the plant tour goes into. It's basically a clean room. This one in particular was done by Dale Sherry. So Dale, thank you for my LT6. Also the red intake, that was an option as well. I also got the engine lighting package. Haven't seen that at night yet, but this right here is not your standard Corvette engine. This has never been done before. I mean, you guys heard it during the B-roll footage yesterday. It sounds like a Ferrari or something exotic, and it's even louder than most of those cars. It's just an absolute symphony of V8 flat plane crank greatness. 670 horsepower, 8,600 RPM redline. This thing is gonna sound insane. And I say gonna sound insane because they don't let you beat on it until 500 miles. This thing had 11 miles on it when I picked it up yesterday. I drove it about 68 miles home. I think I have 75 miles on the odometer right now. So it's still under break-in mode, which limits the RPM to like 5,500 or something, limits throttle. I tried to rev it in neutral the other day. It only lets you rev it to like 2,200, but still, we'll get you guys some exhaust clips, a little bit more anyways than you already heard, and let's drive this thing. That's all she'll give me. But yeah, here's more of a cockpit view. Obviously fully digital dash. I'm in track mode right now, which is done under this. There's a wheel under here that you can turn that allows you to go from mode to mode. So I think I just went over into, yeah, track mode, which you're not supposed to be in during break-in, but you can see you get more of a track-oriented RPM gauge up there. More engine vitals on the side, and then you can put lap timers on there, configure it any way you want. So I'm going to go back to sport mode, and when we were on the highway yesterday, I could not figure out why the exhaust was quiet, but it turns out that it's basically based on which mode you're in, is my understanding. Also, any of you guys that own C8s, either the C8 base model or Z06, whatever, if you have any tips for me, feel free to comment down below. I have not even cracked open the owner's manual, and God knows if I'll even have time to in the near future. So I'm just kind of figuring stuff out as I go. I figured I'd give the salesman a break yesterday. He was kind of like, do you need me to go through all this stuff? And I was like, nah, dude, I got to get out of here. I want to drive this thing. So I got some of the bare minimum stuff, but as far as all these screens and driving modes and the climate control stack over here, I have no idea. So any tips you guys have, any of you C8 guys, let me know down in the comments. Much appreciated. But yeah, we got the square bottom and top steering wheel, carbon top and bottom. It's cold out today, so I got the heated steering wheel on. It appears to work on both the suede and the carbon fiber part, which is crazy. Here's that climate control stack I was telling you guys about. This is like one of the parts of the C8 that when it first came out, everyone was like, what the heck is this? And it is kind of crazy. It's just like 20 buttons stacked in a row. I believe this is actually going away for 2025. So 2024 is going to be the last one to have this, but I believe this side is driver's side climate control. This side's passenger side. Yeah, I mean, you got your carbon paddle shifters. This is how you shift it into drive, apparently. So we'll shift it into drive. And yeah, we'll pull out here. This road kind of sucks, so we're gonna take it slow, but I'm gonna go full YouTuber on you guys and try and strap the camera to my head so you guys can get a little bit more of a POV. But yeah, give me 1 second. All right, I guess I'm a full-blown YouTuber now. Anything to get the shots, right, boys? All right. Alright, yeah, so we are in sport mode, but break-in mode, so very limited RPM and throttle. But it should give you guys an idea of how the car sounds. Woo! Stand on those carbon ceramics. Crispy shifts. thing is violent. Man, I'm basically babying this car, and I'm having such a blast already. The noises that it makes, the way that it drives, it's just... I've owned a lot of cars over the years. It's obviously unlike anything that I've ever owned, and you know, I'm pretty active on the Corvette forums. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty active on the Corvette forums, and there's a lot of guys on there with a lot of money that have, you know, McLarens and Huracans and Ferraris and all this, that, and the other, and they own one of these cars as well, and they're like, this car is every bit as good or better than all of those cars. And I'm not just saying that because I own one. These are the actual, you know, threads that I've read from actual owners who own all of these cars, and it's just a testament to what the boys down in Bowling Green have built here, and the, you know, the engineering team at Chevrolet. It's just an absolute monster. I mean, it is an expensive car at the end of the day. We can go through the window sticker here in a second. There's no question it's an expensive car, but the fact that it's on a caliber with cars that cost double or triple that is, you know, it's a good deal at the end of the day. But yeah, I've been waiting for this car for a long time. Long before I started my YouTube channel. I put the deposit down on this car a long time before I started my YouTube channel, and it's been a long time coming, so I'm very happy to have it. But I also just figured out that, I think it's because I was in park, that I wouldn't let me rev above like 2,000 or 2,500 RPMs. So if you hold both paddles, woo! Yeah, it'll let you rev anywhere. So, yeah, see, I'm learning. I'm slowly learning here, but I figured I'd give you guys a couple little exhaust clips, and then we can talk about the car a little bit more. So let's go get some exhaust clips. Nothing like new car smell. Well, there she is, home sweet home, nestled next to the 69 Camaro and my C6 Z06, as well as the basket case 2003 Sonic Blue Cobra. Riptide Blue, Sonic Blue. I guess Riptide Blue is a little bit lighter, but both great colors. But as promised, let's quickly go through the window sticker. Here's my 2024 Corvette Z06 Coupe, 3LZ, Riptide Blue Metallic. We got the LT6, 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Blah, 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 warranty stuff, standard stuff, interior, whatever. Here's the good stuff. Carbon ceramic brakes, $8,500 option. I already told you guys why I wanted those. Gas guzzler tax, oof. Front lift. So now I can lift up the front up to 2 inches or 2 or 3 inches when I come to speed bumps. It's GPS programmable, so if you come to a spot that you've programmed, the front lift automatically lifts the front up, and you're good to go. Get over the speed bump. Yellow painted calipers, matches everything else yellow on the interior. Carbon fiber and suede steering wheel. The only reason I got that is because I really wanted the suede comp seats. So you got your comp seats here. No idea what that was. Yeah, these are the competition seats, as I mentioned, and the suede inserts there were an option. And when you get that, you also get the center console in suede, and then also the steering wheel with the carbon fiber on the top and bottom there. Up next, stealth interior trim package. So those are the black speaker grills that I showed you guys. Engine intake in red, you guys saw that. Wheels, spider design, black forged. Just a really sweet looking OEM wheel. I was never a fan of any of the wheels that came on any of the base models. I think they really did a nice job with the Z06 wheels. Yellow seat belts, yellow custom leather stitching. I mean, $500. How is everyone who buys one of these not getting the custom stitched interior there? I don't know how. That's a bargain, in my opinion. I got my premium indoor car cover, which I just figured out how to open this thing earlier. I'm trying to remember where the hell that button is. To open my frunk, I guess I could use the fob in my pocket, but I kind of want to find this again. Aha! Go. So there's the frunk. There is no engine up here. My Corvette car cover is in this carrying case here. Have not even opened it yet. Here's my front plate delete, which is going to be my first mod. New Hampshire does require front plates, but not really into them. So that's going to go pretty soon. Slap that guy on there. We'll be good to go. But yeah, there's my car cover. Black exhaust tips, you guys saw that. My premium Z06 floor mats, those are in the trunk. They're just say Z06. I like those. I'm a big floor mats guy. I like a set of clean floor mats. Carbon flash metallic painted outside mirrors. Yeah, that's the mirrors. The scoops on the side there, and then the spoiler as well. And then the engine lighting package, you guys saw that. So brings us to a grand total of just about $145,000, which is crazy expensive. This is far and away the most expensive thing I've ever purchased besides my house. It is way more than I paid for this car or that car, which you guys will see that video here shortly. Crazy expensive, but again, as I mentioned, a bargain for what you get for the car. And also, probably worth noting that I ordered this car in August or June or July. I think it was July. And MSRP at the time was only about $141. I know, crazy savings, but still, I paid closer to $140 because prices went up for 2024. But I had price protection from McMulkin, so that's about what I paid for this car. All right, guys, well, there you have it. That is my 2024 C8 Corvette Z06. You guys went with me yesterday to McMulkin Chevrolet to pick up the car after 3 years of waiting. This is my first time seeing Riptide Blue Metallic in person. I just ordered it on a whim because I had a feeling I was gonna love it, and I'm absolutely over the moon with the color, the interior, the spec, everything. I'm just so psyched about the car. Hope you guys like it too. Got a couple things as far as mods planned already. First thing that comes to mind for me, obviously, is window tint. I like to do that on all my cars. Pretty basic mod. I'd like to lower this thing a little bit. And also, the rear wheels on a lot of Corvettes, C6 is included. I mean, this Cobra included as well. Factory wheels, they tend to space them in, not flush with the fender. So I'd like to get some wheel spacers on the rear, get these out and more flush with the body line. This car has coilovers from the factory, so we can lower the rears and get that at the ride height where we want. The fronts, this car has front lift, as I mentioned, so I think there's like some pucks I have to buy to get me about an inch or so lower on the front. I'm thinking maybe some aero, maybe some of that Z07 aero, we'll see. But yeah, pretty basic stuff for now. We are heading into winter, unfortunately, but the car is safely nestled in the garage. Gonna put some miles on it this fall and maybe start picking away at mods. Let me know what you guys wanna see. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Again, C8 guys, if you got any tips for me, any tricks you learned over the months or years of ownership, just let me know. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you guys as always for watching. We'll see you in the next one.